Amongst the NWSL, international play, and all of the training in between comes the constant need to be on top of our game 24/7. And with that, really focusing on the need to take care of our bodies for the long haul.
100%. So that's why we wanted to switch things up for a bit and bring in Leslie Osborne, thanks to our friends at Nike Running. Leslie played college soccer at Santa Clara University, winning a national championship. She spent a decade playing professional soccer here in the US, and was a longtime member of the US Women's National Team before retiring in 2014. She's gone on to co-found Sweat Cosmetics and be a leading voice in women's soccer, covering the 2015 and the 2019 Women's World Cups. In addition to being part of the NWSL coverage for both CBS and Just Women's Sports. She's a proud mommy to 3 little girls, and she just ran her second marathon in 6 months, both the New York Marathon and the Boston Marathon. Leslie, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Good to see you guys, and thanks for having me. Yeah,
you've done so much. I was like, it keeps going.
Stop. Oh.
How are you feeling, Leslie, after those 2 marathons?
Really good. My body's just a little tired. Tired. So we were supposed to run 2020 New York Marathon, but because of COVID, it got postponed. So really, Abby Wambach and I started training for New York in 2020. So really, I've been kind of training for marathons for like the last 2 years. So my body is a little tired.
What has running done not only for your physical health, but for your mental health as well?
The running has been amazing. I mean, we've all ran so many miles in soccer, but running, just to go run 10 miles is such a different feeling. And when I come home from my runs, Ricky just sees me. I'm just like glowing. I love it. I feel free. I feel exhausted, but it's like I have more energy from it. And that's like when I get to read my Audible books and my podcasts, and I just feel like I can be present because it's just me running out I live in California, so I've got these amazing views and the fresh air and the vitamin D. It's just the best thing that I could do for myself.
What advice do you have for athletes who may not consider themselves runners?
I just believe that you can become a runner. Like I said, I think, obviously there's some, injuries or, if you have plantar or some things that just say like running is off limits, then don't do it. Don't do anything that's going to make yourself get injured or make you feel worse. But I think there's just so many people out there who think that it's just a mental thing. Running is, you can start up small. Like I'm part of a run club here, and it's been amazing to see some of my friends run 3 miles that are now up to like 15 miles. And it's similar to anything that you do. It takes work, it takes reps, it takes, just training schedules and just being committed to something. And I think that anyone that's running more than 3 miles, you can be a runner. And I always go back to what's up here. And now that I did New York in November with Abby and Lauren Holiday, after I knew I could accomplish a marathon, Boston was so easy because I knew I had already done it. And so the difference between those 2 marathons are nothing except that Boston, I knew that I had accomplished it before. And mentally, I was like, I got this, and hey, so do you. Let's go, So again, I would encourage, a lot of athletes or people out there who don't consider themselves runners, that you can, and that anyone, you put your mind to something, you absolutely can do it. Anything is possible. I truly, truly believe that.
Did you get a medal for the marathons?
We did. And my girls, this is hilarious. I have to tell this story. They wear the medal around. Olivia told her classmates and teacher that I won the Boston Marathon. And her teacher emailed me like, oh, I didn't know you won the Boston Marathon. I was like, oh my God, no. That is a participation medal. So I had to have the talk with my girls about participation medals versus medals for winning. And I was like, oh my, this is stirring up a whole nother thing, But yeah, they give us medals, which I know. And I was like, Olivia's like, wait, you get a medal if you win. I'm like, I know, but this is a little different. She's like, well, why is it so different? I'm like, well, some people think running 26 miles is worthy of that. So it was an interesting conversation that I was not prepared, I guess, to start having. But I had to clear the air that I did not win. I absolutely did not get close to winning the Boston Marathon.
Leslie, what is on your radar moving forward when it comes to running?
Oh, that's a good question. So when we ran New York in the fall, Heather O'Reilly was supposed to run with us, but she was pregnant with her second. And so she had asked Abby Wambach and Lauren Holiday and I after that marathon, who wants to run Boston with me? Well, Abby and Lauren were like, hell no. And I was like, sure. So I, of course, would run with Heyo any other day. I would do it again in a heartbeat. But I wasn't planning to do such a quick turnaround, but it was awesome. And I guess if one of my best friends came to me and begged to run one, I probably would do it, but I really need to take a break for now. In terms of running 26 miles, my body just needs a little R&R. But I haven't stopped running. I think I went for a run. I ran the Boston Marathon Monday and I ran on Friday. So I gave myself 4 days. But I'm running like 5 or 6 miles and it's awesome. It feels good. And yeah, for now there's no marathon plan, but I guess I'm open to running another one if it were someone that I can't say no to, like a Heyo.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just want to say, I think it's super inspiring that you still run so much with having had, if that's a sentence, a major knee injury and leg injury. And I think that it just shows that if you have an injury, you can continue to do what you love and come back. And it might look a little bit different, but you can still do it. And like you said, it's just all mental. So I just wanted to say that.
Oh, thanks, Lynn. I appreciate it. Well, all marathons, 5Ks, everything aside, I know that Nike and JWS are teaming up to host a global running day event on June 1st, and I'm beyond excited. It's a chance for runners of all levels, whether you're just beginning to build up your mileage, training for your first 5K, or shooting for your fastest marathon ever, to celebrate the sport all over the world.
And for those of you who want to join in on Global Running Day, you can sign up at justwomensports.com/Nike running and then take some photos on the day of. Tag all of us on your post. We want to see you do your thing and celebrate.
And I know Nike is sending us my favorite thing, brand new shoes before they drop. Stay tuned on the Just Women Sports feed to see how the new Nike running shoe supports our training.